Okay guys, welcome to your review of the Doctor Who Season 2 finale, The Reality War. And boy, did they manage to pack a lot into an hour and a bit. But my god, did it pay off. We had a lot going on this episode. Um, I don't even know where to begin. Uh, you had the return of Omega, you had the return of the Rani, you had the return of Mel, you had the return of Unit, you had the return of Rose Noble, and so many different characters. We also said farewell to a few, um, and a familiar face has made an appearance again. We'll discuss all that and more later, but yeah, so let's get straight into it. We obviously said goodbye to Ncuti Gatwa after uh, 2 seasons of Doctor Who. Um, he's had a good run at it, to be honest. I enjoyed his character, enjoyed the actor. Um, I'm sad to see him go. I wish we had more time with him. But he's a busy actor and he has things lined up. He's in a stage play at the moment, or preparing for a stage play. He's starring in films and new TV series and lots and lots of theatre. So it was expected, I suppose, um, that he would leave at some point. If not this year, then soonish. But yeah, he regenerated. Um, and to be quite honest, I was taken aback a little bit. I was shook as to who was coming on board and replacing him, taking over as the lead character. It's none other than Billie Piper! Yes, Billie Piper is returning to Doctor Who, this time in the lead role, playing the Doctor. We don't really know what kind of character she's playing yet, but I suppose we'll find out in the coming weeks and months ahead. Now, I managed to stay effectively spoiler free for the entire of this run. Um, so this was a surprise and a shock to me to come up to this with Billie Piper returning. It's something that I didn't see coming. I don't think anybody saw coming, apart from those who maybe saw bits of leaks. And to be honest, I think Russell T Davies needs to do a lot better in clamping down on that kind of stuff, because that just takes out the enjoyment of the show for a lot of people who wish not to be spoiled about certain plot points or plot twists or storylines in relation to the series. Yeah, we also found out that the Doctor is an uncle, and there's a whole host of different things, but to have Omega and the Rani and the fossilized dinosaur and everything to be conjured up into this sort of wish world reality, following on from last week. You had the return of the Time Hotel, which we saw in Joy to the World, and we had the return of Anita, the hotel clerk. Now, surprisingly enough, it's actually very clever how they did this, constructed the whole wish world reality. It was all connected to the Time Hotel, in a sense that in order to keep real time moving, Anita had to keep doors open to allow the free flow of time, to make sure everything got back to normal. And if that door had closed, everybody in the Time Hotel, or in that alternate reality, the wish world, would get stuck in the wish world and wouldn't be able to find a way out. I had a feeling we were going to see Martha at one point, because there was a mention of the Osterhagen key. There was also uh, loads of different callbacks to different aspects of the era and previous ones before. Basically, guys, it was a lot, and I'm still slightly shook over the whole thing. But yes, I'm actually surprised that Russell T Davies has managed to cram all of that lore and bits of loose end storylines of sorts into that hour and 6 minute episode. I still think we have a little bit of questions left, new questions that is, not and some old ones from previous season, like where is Susan? Why didn't you show up in this one? And what the hell is Billie Piper doing back as the lead character for season 3? Who is she? How is she there? And why? Russell is all about these sort of teases and future plot points, and I like that about him, but there's a certain level of intrigue, and I have a theory that I think may line up, is that Billie Piper is playing the Doctor, but from a different universe. Because if you remember back in series 2, back in 2006, Rose was pulled into an alternative dimension. So maybe there is a connection between Doomsday and why the face has returned, but also Rose was very heavily connected to that of Bad Wolf in series 1 with Christopher Eccleston, so there could be a mix of an alternative Doctor in a different universe, or Billie Piper could be playing a version of Bad Wolf, but as the lead character of the Doctor. Either way, it's all very exciting, and I'm not really too sure how it fits together yet. I have yet to watch the Unleashed episode for this ep. Maybe it'll give me a bit more insight into why she's back and how. But yeah, my God, that was a lot to process, and I'm still processing it. I want to say a few things about Ncuti's Doctor. I have very much enjoyed the 2 seasons, bar one episode of season 1 that I've only watched a handful of times, but yeah, Ncuti has had a stellar season, a vast improvement over the finale of season 1 and season 1 as a whole. I think it's definitely stepped it up a notch, and I will miss him as the Doctor. He brought so much energy, so much joy, so much enthusiasm, and so much passion to the character of the Doctor for those 2 seasons. And to be honest, I'm quite surprised he managed to fit a lot of it into the 2 seasons that he had been the Doctor for. Would I have liked to seen him get at least a 3rd season and more episodes? Yes, but I also recognise that Ncuti is a very busy man. As I said at the top of the video, he is involved in theatre, he's involved in film, and he has possibly some modelling work lined up as well. So he is busy, and I can kind of see why he decided to step away now rather than wait a year and regenerate then, because he has a busy schedule, and if I had a busy schedule like that, I'd be glad of the opportunity to star in Doctor Who. Don't get me wrong, but something would have to give eventually, and unfortunately or fortunately, it was this that had to give. We got cameos from Jodie Whittaker. Jodie Whittaker returned as the 13th Doctor a few moments before Ncuti regenerated, which was nice. It was great to see her again. And I have to say, Ncuti's console, TARDIS console, really suits Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, and it was a delight to see her. In fact, there were multiple points in this episode where I gasped and jumped off the edge of my seat because they were so unexpected. What else am I missing, or am I missing anything? I am still in shock, to be honest, quite frankly. Yeah, we also got our first look at the war between the land and the sea. The new spin-off from Russell T Davies and Disney Plus, with Lorne Balfe, composer of Top Gun Maverick, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, Loki, and so much more, is composing the music for this series, which I can't wait, because Lorne Balfe has done phenomenal work. We got our first look at the Sea Devils. To be honest, it's all just a flash. So forgive me if I forget things, but you know, Billie Piper's back as something, I presume as the Doctor, which is fantastic, because what better way to celebrate 20 years of Doctor Who than to have Billie Piper return in the lead role. Do let me know what your thoughts on the reality war are down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get to as many of them as I possibly can within the next few days. And don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll have more Doctor Who and War Between the Land and the Sea content for you very soon. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. I'm going to lie down now and sort of think about what just happened. Yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I really do hope you've enjoyed this series of reviews, because I've certainly enjoyed putting them together. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.